Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have for you week 5 of my month-long meal planning series. During this series, my goal was to make 5 dinners for less than $50. This week I spent a total of $40.98. I'll leave a link below to my meal plan with the meals for each day of the week, the grocery list you'll need, and the prep work you can do in advance. When I got home from the grocery store, I had very little prep to do this week. I had 1 onion that I just chopped up, put in a container, and put in the fridge. I then pulled out my chicken drumsticks and seasoned them with some salt, lemon pepper, garlic powder, parsley, and a drizzle of vegetable oil. I then just put all these drumsticks in a Ziploc bag and put them in the refrigerator. And that was all for my prep for this week. And here's how the dinners turned out. On Monday night, we had turkey chili for Frito pie. Now you could have made this turkey chili on Sunday evening if you had the time, but it comes together pretty quickly on Monday as well. I just browned my turkey meat with a little bit of the diced onions. And if you have chili seasoning, you can use that. If not, I just like to use seasoned salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, and a little cumin if you have it. Just let that cook together and simmer away. Add a little bit of water for moisture or tomato sauce, either or. And let that simmer for a while together, maybe 10 minutes. And then when it's ready, you just serve it over Fritos and cheese. And that's an easy dinner for Monday night. On Tuesday night, we had chicken drumsticks with baked potatoes and oven-baked broccoli. Now, on this night, I tried 2 Pinterest recipes, the crock pot baked potatoes and the oven-baked broccoli. I will say the baked potatoes were a huge hit. The broccoli was not so much a huge hit. My family prefers the steamed broccoli, so that's okay. Next time we'll make it that way. But all I did is I took my pre-seasoned chicken drumsticks and I put them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. While that chicken was cooking in the oven, I also baked my broccoli as well. Now for the broccoli, the recipe just called for a sprinkling of vegetable oil, salt and pepper, toss the broccoli and leave it on a cookie sheet in the oven. And it was supposed to bake for around 20 minutes. Although by the time I took mine out, I think it was overbaked. But it was still okay for dinner. Now for the baked potatoes, all you do is prepare them as if you were going to bake them in the oven. You wash them, poke them with a fork, drizzle some kosher salt and a little bit of oil, wrap them in foil, and then just put them in your crock pot on high for 4 to 5 hours. They came out perfect and I really recommend this, so I'll leave a link to that Pinterest recipe below. So this was dinner for Tuesday night. Okay, on Wednesday night we had turkey taco pasta with corn. So what I did is I took my leftover turkey chili meat, I added in 1 can of mild tomatoes, Rotel tomatoes, and meanwhile I let that simmer on the stove while I was cooking my noodles. So after the noodles were complete, I drained them and tossed them in the pot along with the turkey chili. I just mixed this together and then I wanted it to be a little creamier, so I added 1 large dollop of sour cream. I then just combined it all, let it simmer for just a little bit together, and that was the pasta part of the meal. For the corn, I simply just took the frozen corn and sauteed it in some butter with a small sprinkling of sugar, and this was a quick dinner for Wednesday night. On Thursday night, we had chicken tortellini with Alfredo sauce and asparagus. So what I did is I took out all of the chicken fajita meat and I seared it all in a pan. Once both sides were browned, I put all of the chicken on a baking sheet and let it finish cooking in the oven at 350 degrees while I completed the rest of the meal. Meanwhile, on the back burner, I had a large pot of boiling water. I just take my asparagus spears that have been washed and trimmed, dunk them in the hot boiling water for just about 3 minutes to cook through. I then pull them out with a slotted spoon and put them in a dish with a little sprinkling of salt over the top. Meanwhile, I throw in my frozen tortellini back into the same pot of boiling water. They also only take 3 to 4 minutes to cook. Once they're all floating and cooked, I strain the pot, put the noodles back in, and just add the jar of Alfredo sauce. And this is dinner for Thursday night. Okay, and then on Friday we had chicken quesadillas with rice and refried beans. So what I do is I just take my leftover chicken from Thursday night and slice it up. I then make simple quesadillas using a little bit of leftover cheese I had in the fridge and my sliced up chicken, and I just brown them on my griddle. Meanwhile, I warm up my can of refried beans and make some simple rice on the stovetop. This is a nice and easy dinner for Friday night. And as I mentioned, I'll leave a link below to my entire meal plan with everything you'll need. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this series and gotten some good inspiration. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.